I mean, he talks really, really well, and you can just tell by the way he talks about his squad, the kind of the squad harmony from there. Gareth Southgate, the England manager. You was there in 2010, as we spoke about, and you can hear the way he talks about this squad in terms of the harmony. Kind of what was it like back in 2010?
I love that interview from Gareth, and him having to leave the 3 out. I don't agree with that as a tournament football. You could put an extra 3 on the bench, whether they're going to come on or not. I was there in 2010. I knew I was never going to come on, and we started with Ledley. He got injured. Then Jamie Carragher played. He got suspended. Then it was like, I was 5th choice. It wasn't going to be me and Matty Upson. But I just think there, as a group, he's recognising the importance of not just the
starters,
15,
the main
16,
men.
17 players that are there. Everyone trains on a daily basis. They bring the togetherness. However, he has made that. Forget about the lads. The professional footballers are turn up. When you cross that white line, you train to the best of your ability and you give 110%. But he still instills that as a group and gets everyone together, and that's what I love about him.
He's brilliant, man. Go on, Dad.
I think he means it as well when he talks about it. Sometimes you hear managers come out saying stuff and you think, we don't mean that. I honestly think in the changing room, he says the same thing to the players, probably pinpoints them all to the team. I mean, I had it once. You might have been there. Les Reed. I don't know if you was there. And I think it was the 11 and the 5 subs. And obviously I weren't picked. And I was disappointed. And in front of everyone, he said, now if I could pick 17, I'd have put you in. Now that for me was very disrespectful. And even some, you know what it's like. Some of the lads were like sneering and chuckling to themselves, waiting until Les walked out. So then but that there, what Gareth says, he would say that to them. Yeah. He would say that in private to them. He would say it to them as a team. And I think the players as well seem to buy into that. And they seem to know how important they are as well.
And I think we spoke, didn't we, when he named the squad and then he kept the extra players there. We were talking going, in our day, we'd have gone, right, I'm not in the squad, there you go. However, Ben White got his opportunity, injuries. Some of them played in the next game. Obviously, the Man City, Chelsea, I think Manchester United players weren't there. But he's still bringing even the lads who weren't involved.
Yeah,
I just love the way he's got the all-togetherness. And he's got a tough job. Whether he's picking 1 to 11 or the subs, it's not an easy, because he's blessed with talented players, but he still makes everyone feel welcome.
Do you think different to obviously 2010 when you were there, or when you were there, Daz? Do you think the ones that haven't played, Chilwell, Connor Cody, Ben White, do you think they're now thinking, I don't really like being here? Or do you think they're buying into it as well?
I think they're buying into it as well. You could just tell that the squad, I mean, you can look on their socials, how happy they are to be there. And of course, someone like Chilwell, who's not been given a minute, he's still like, he can't believe that he's there, the togetherness, they're cheering on their teammates that are probably ahead of him, the relationship between himself, Luke Shaw, and even Trippier that came in and played in his position.
His position, a right footer playing left. He's a Champions League winner. Well, he's not got on the pitch yet. And
even the players that have come in, done with Tyrone Mings, and then he's been left out of the starting team. He still seems to love it. You know, especially club level, if you're doing well, then you're bought out because someone's come back. You're not happy. You're banging on the door of the manager. I can't see that happening.
I don't think it's going on either. And you said there, Tyrone Mings, who for me, the first 2 games was one of England's best players. But someone that you know really well is Harry Maguire, who came back into the squad. And you've not been surprised in terms of the level that he's hit, certainly this season and since he's gone to Manchester United.
Through his career, Benty, just when he signed for Hull City, we both signed at the same time. He came from Sheffield United, and he had to be patient. Myself and Curtis, first year in the Premier League. Unfortunately, we got relegated. Then we bounced back to the Premier League. And in my 3rd season, he then played nigh on every game, and that's when he got the recognition. But when you're inside and you share a dressing room and you share a pitch with players, you realise what characters. And he travelled everywhere, and he didn't play for 2 seasons really, played the odd game here and there. But our 3rd year in the Premier League, when we got relegated, he then got his move to Leicester City, and I'm a massive fan of Leicester City, but I knew it would be a stepping stone. I honestly did. I speak to people and go, Wes and Houthi won the Premier League. They won't have seen a player like Harry Maguire. Gets on the ball, brings the ball out, can start attack. Incredible. I've always been a massive fan. It's easy to say that now, but at that point, it was always like, so unlucky not to play. And now to see him take the next step, Manchester United, incredible. He's had his criticisms at times, unfairly, I believe. But like you look at 2018 World Cup, scoring goals, set pieces. He's a threat in both boxes. He defends like a real defender.
Yeah.
And he can play.
Well,